Hello everyone and welcome to your Money Q&A question of the day. I'm your host, Stacy Johnson, and this question is brought to you by MoneyTalksNews.com, serving up the best in personal finance news since 1991. Okay, here we go with today's question. It is from Lisa. Lisa says, I'm 46. I've been saving for retirement since 16. I'm confused how one retirement planning website says I will be way short on money for retirement. Another says I'm going to have way too much. And a third says I'm just barely going to make it. How can this be? Well, Lisa, this can be because these calculators are a bunch of crap. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but in my second book, which I wrote, 12 years ago, I compared using a real simple method for investment allocation, taking your age from 100. You probably hear me say this all the time if you've been watching me for very long. Take your age from 100, put that much in stocks. So if you're 20 years old, take that from 100, you put 80% in stocks. Real simple, right? Well, I compared this to a calculator that was on a website about how to allocate your assets, and it asked 20 questions. I mean, it was a really complicated calculator. And you know what? My simple method that I just explained to you in 15 seconds came out with the exact same asset allocation as that complex calculator. A lot of these calculators don't mean a whole bunch. Here's three reasons why, or three things you at least need to consider when you're looking at these things. The longer the term a calculator, the less accurate it's going to be. Why is that? Because these retirement calculators, they make you make assumptions, right? They say, how much do you expect to earn? How long do you expect to live? When are you going to retire? And you know, even changing something as simple as 5% to 6% on how much you expect to earn can change the results radically when you expand that over decades of time. So if you're, well, what was Lisa, 46? And it's asking her to make basically retirement calculations are going to occur 20 years from now. It's no wonder that all these calculators come up with different things. So this leads me to point number 2. Calculators can be useful, but they're really more of a novelty than they are a serious planning tool. So I wouldn't put too much weight on these calculators. And don't be surprised, Lisa, when things like this happen, when they all come up with different results. Now, the third point I want to make was when you make a plan, and obviously we should have a plan for our retirement. We should do as much as we can. But I'll tell you something, I'm 62. I don't really have a specific plan. I know that may sound weird because this is the business I'm in. But I really don't have, I try to save as much as I can, and I've saved enough, so that I can retire tomorrow. But the reason that I don't have a solid plan is because my life has taken so many changes that I didn't expect, there's really no point. I mean, for example, when I was, 57, I married someone 23 years younger than me. That changed everything. It changed when I'm going to retire. It literally changed if I'm going to retire. My business makes way more money some years than other years. It's just really difficult for me to plan. So what I've done is I've not relied on calculators. I've just saved as much as I possibly can. I max out my retirement plans every year. I put aside as much money as I'm able, and then I let the chips fall where they may. And for me, that's worked out pretty well. I hope that makes some sense for you, Lisa. Let's close today with our financial expression of the day. This one comes from Dorothy Parker. It's one of my favorites. If you want to know what God thinks of money, just look at the people he gave it to. You like that one? Spread it around then today, and be sure to be back here next time. Make it a profitable one, okay?